The next subject is history and art and culture. Alright, so history में yesterday I told you about कि which are the most probable areas. याद आ रहा है? If I talk about modern history में I told you about the Gandhian phase. Yes or no? As well as the chapters which are given at the end of the spectrum, है ना? Alright, तो सबसे पहले हमेशा ध्यान रखना गांधीयन मूवमेंट से भी पहले देयर इज वन मोर चैप्टर जहाँ से क्वेश्चन आता ही आता है एवरी ईयर. दीज आर द एक्ट्स ऑफ द ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. ठीक है, दीज आर द एक्ट्स ऑफ द ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. दैट मीन्स 1773 से रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट, देन 1784 पिट्स एक्ट, then 1813, 1833, 1853, 1858, 1861, 1892. ठीक है, and then the most important ones 1909, 1919, 1935 and lastly 1947 Act of Independence. These are the acts जो आपको modern Indian history में पढ़ने पड़ेंगे. If you observe closely, every year you will find questions coming from these acts. Every year. ठीक है? Once you go through the past year question papers, you will find that there is one or two questions coming regularly in the UPSC examinations, which is from this section, the acts. Acts को prepare करने का तरीका मैं बताता हूँ, because most of the times we get confused. Should we read it in history or should we read it in polity? If you have seen Lakshmikant का जो first chapter है, it also deals with the acts. Yes or no? तो Lakshmikant का chapter 1 plus history का spectrum, administrative policies. Try to combine these two sources and make your own source. Try to combine these two sources and make your own source. Trust me, कभी भी मार नहीं खाओगे. नहीं तो every time you'll find one or other clause which is missing in Lakshmikant, which we can find it in the administrative chapters of spectrum. ठीक है? You'll have to combine these two sources. Alright. Next we have the Gandhian phase. The Gandhian phase starts from, वैसे तो he came to India in 1914, ठीक है ना? लेकिन उसके बाद he started with his movements. The most important movement that he started with चंपारण, अहमदाबाद and खेड़ा. ठीक है ना? चंपारण, अहमदाबाद and खेड़ा. ठीक. Then he started with the Rowlatt Satyagraha. कौन सा आया था? Rowlatt Satyagraha, which after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre he disbanded. ठीक है? Rowlatt Satyagraha. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Non-cooperation movement. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Civil disobedience movement. उससे पहले we have the round table conferences. Civil disobedience movements. Then we have the Quit India movement. And finally we have उससे पहले there were several bilateral discussions between Gandhiji and C.R. Rajagopalachari. ठीक है? जो राजगोपालाचारी फॉर्मूला था, then देसाई लियाकत पैक्ट आया, and then finally पार्टीशन हो गई. कैबिनेट मिशन वगैरह जो आया था लास्ट में, माउंटबेटन प्लान, कैबिनेट मिशन, है ना? उससे पहले देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ प्लान्स. यहाँ पे ऑगस्ट ऑफर था, देन देयर वाज क्रिप्स मिशन, है ना? क्रिप्स मिशन. वेवल प्लान बाद में आया था, क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट के बाद आया था. ठीक है, वेवल प्लान, देन कैबिनेट मिशन आया था, एंड फाइनली द एक्ट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस. क्लियर है? तो दिस गांधीयन इरा जो है, यहाँ से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं. टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. These are the two most important sectors जहाँ से UPSC has been asking questions. After these two sectors, The third important sector is partition of Bengal and Swadeshi movement. Partition of Bengal and Swadeshi movement. Have you heard about it?
Yes.
Partition of Bengal and the Swadeshi movement. Very important. This is the third most important topic. जिस पे focus कर रही है. And lately you have seen a trend that personality-based questions. देखा है? Personality-based questions have become more popular. For example, लाला लाजपत राय के ऊपर आया हुआ था, है ना? लाला लाजपत राय, as well as several British generals, Arthur Wellesley, and so on. ठीक है ना? तो लाला लाजपत राय, British generals, Governor generals, इनके ऊपर questions आ रहे हैं. This is your focus area. ध्यान रखना. Indian freedom fighters as well as the British Governor generals. दोनों ही important है. Understood? इसके अलावा then there are several other small sectors जहाँ से questions बन रहे हैं. To name some, you have Congress sessions and presidents. Congress sessions and presidents. ठीक है? Then economic critique, land tenure system, very very important. Land tenure system पे questions आते हैं. Land tenure system में क्या क्या आएगा? जमींदारी, settlement, महलवारी and रैयतवारी. ठीक है? Land tenure system से questions आ ही रहे हैं every year. कुछ ना कुछ आ जाता है. बहुत important है. Alright. Then we have the social religious movements. The social religious movements. Social religious movements के बाद we have the tribal revolts, tribal civil rebellions, peasant movements. Make a list of it. Spectrum जब देखोगे, you will find a list of it in the back pages. ठीक है? In the last pages. Do make a list of it. Tribal revolts, civil rebellions, and peasant movements. ठीक है? So this is your modern literature. और भी topics हैं, but these are the most important ones. ठीक है? These are the most important ones. जहाँ से question बन गया. Now art and culture, as I've already told you, art and culture कहाँ से बन रहा है? That is your IBC. IBC के बाद क्या है? IBC के बाद you have Vedic and later Vedic period, as well as ancient और देखो ancient, medieval plus art and culture. There is a very close combination between these three subjects. ठीक है? There is a very close collaboration between these three subjects. Be very careful. Every year there is a question from Buddhism or Jainism. Buddhism or Jainism. And इस source को cover करने के लिए ना, no matter how much you read, they'll come up with some term or the other that you might not have heard it. But there is one source which UPSC has been following regularly, that is A.L. Bhasham. A.L. Bhasham. It's a very old book, A.L. Bhasham, जहाँ से directly they are picking up the terms and asking you the questions. Buddhism or Jainism. A.L. Bhasham. ठीक है? I'll send you an e-file इसका. If anybody wants to read, you have to read it. अगर आपको crack करना ही है Jainism, Buddhism questions को, A.L. Bhasham. ठीक है? And make notes of it. A.L. Bhasham. Wonder That Was India. The book's name is Wonder That Was India. Wonder That Was India. Alright. Along with that, बाकी तो आप लोगों को पता ही है, NCERT books, fine arts, NCERT, है ना? Alright. Next important subject जो है, that is polity. ठीक है? So next we will talk about polity. Alright, पॉलिटी में कौन से सबसे important topics हैं? As I have already told you yesterday. DPSPs हो गया. Then we have your fundamental rights. Then fundamental duties. Then preamble. Parliament. Very important. Parliament. बहुत important है. Maximum of the questions are coming from Parliament. After Parliament, we have judiciary, constitution, non-constitutional body. उससे पहले just note down emergency. Emergency is more important. ठीक है? Emergency is more important. Emergency as well as the system of government. The parliamentary system of government है ना हमारा? System of government. What are the federal features and what are the unitary features? Parliamentary system of government. This is very important. Alright. And after that, we have local government. क्या आता है? Local government. जिसमें we have पंचायती राज and municipalities. ठीक है? Then what else? There are few notable mentions of it, जैसे कि schedule and tribal areas. Schedule and tribal areas. Schedule 6, Schedule 7. ठीक है? Question आ रहा है वहाँ से. Center-state relations. Center-state relations. Question यहाँ से भी आ रहा है. Center-state relations. These are the important ones. एक चीज ध्यान रखना, पार्लियामेंट में do focus on parliamentary committees. किस पे फोकस रखोगे? Parliamentary committees. ठीक है? Can you name some parliamentary committees? We have our public account committee, PAC. Yes or no? Estimate committee. फिर committee on
public affairs,
public undertakings. Public undertakings. Committee on public undertakings. Then इसके अलावा there are several other important committees. Subordinate legislation. Question आ रहा है यहाँ से. ठीक है? Then उसके अलावा भी है ad hoc committee है. Then committee on women है. Committee on several other important subjects. We just go through these parliamentary committees. यहाँ से question बनता है. It's very important.
largest parliamentary committee, estimate committee.
हाँ, estimate committee. Largest parliamentary committee is estimate. So this is for polity. Prelims point of view से polity में these subjects, these topics are very important. ठीक है? कोई doubt?